Many people don't realize that beer started in African continents long before the Europeans even got there. You think about how life was centuries ago when women were in the kitchen. They were the ones making the beer. African traditions in terms of brewing processes and techniques were lost in translation because of slavery. We weren't able to practice. As we got to the States and we became free, we were able to start doing things that we felt were ours. But at the same time, we have to think about the process of business owning or opening up shop somewhere.
You know, we're talking about late 1960s and the 1970s. Schools aren't done segregating in the United States. A black man or a woman aren't walking into a bank and getting a startup loan for such a venture at the time. One of the unfortunate consequences of craft beer is that there's almost like this anybody can do it if they wanted to idea that's always been embedded in this narrative, and that's simply not true.
I tell people all the time, we as black folks, people of color, we consume a lot of stuff. But what do we own? We're getting, what, less than 0.2% of $1 billion industry? That's not right. Not on my watch.
When I first got into the craft beer scene, even as a consumer, the lack of diversity was ridiculous. In the beginning, I didn't feel so welcome. You know, the fact that it took me almost 4 or 5 years of applying to get in the industry, that didn't make me feel good. I just feel like we have to prove ourselves a lot more, black and brown people.
This journey is not just about beer. You know, the beer is just one side of it. There are a lot of other elements of the company that we look to facilitate. One is controlling the narrative that, you know, black people don't drink beer. Black people have always had a hand in producing beer, but, you know, ultimately that's been robbed of the narrative, and we look to be not the only company that's in operation that's bringing that back, but just one company that's happened to be doing it in a different way, particularly in the South.
We want to make our mark. We want to make our mark. We want to just really get this product out. We need to take this industry and we need to include. This needs to be inclusive. I think it's time in this country that we rise.